Okay, just to let you know, I have reduced sharpness to medium. You know, if you really want to compare it, have a look at that previous video. My feet are starting to get a bit hot, but there is a reason why I'm wearing shoes right now. And the reason why I'm wearing shoes is because I'm sort of in a weak state. And I might take them off later, but at the moment for me it feels a bit easier because I also want to make distance, right? And when I walk barefoot, I have the feeling I have to focus a lot on where I step. Like, I don't want to step into turds at the moment. I don't want to step into all kinds of things. So I have to learn. Right now, for me, it's already a stretch to walk and talk. You know, I haven't done that a lot, so I need more experience with it. And so I invite you to follow me deeper into the path, right? Into the path. You will realize later during the year if YouTube really is honest or if it's a place of censorship. Because all I can tell you that when you are watching this, the entire year is already planned out and recorded and uploaded. So if that channel should vanish from this platform, I invite you to come to odyssey.com. I don't really know yet, right? Odyssey.com has like an option. You know, it's not better, you know, it's just different. Plus they don't do all this censorship. But there's also like weird people mingling there. And I would really appreciate it if YouTube would just allow me to keep doing my work, and then I can allow them to keep doing their work, because I'm not forcing people to do anything on here. And if they really, you know, suck up to people like, I don't know who, the industry, I mean, they're just as bad as anybody. Like, that's just dictatorship. I mean, that's just censorship. And I can't accept that. And I will put a lot of effort and work into destroying such organizations, you know, if I have to, which means, you know, you can tell by now that people want to hear what I have to say. I don't know whether they understand it or not. And, you know, I'm not gonna stay silent. I have a lot of other channels. So if this channel on YouTube should vanish, just check me out. I mean, my books are available. I have a podcast in English. My German podcast isn't really, right? It's not something that I put a lot of effort into. It's just something that I do to catch people. That's, you know, as honest as I can be about it, because I don't see much sense in talking a lot of German anymore, because there's such a small amount of people that speak the German language that I'm not gonna spend like 1 hour on an episode if I feel like I can say it in 30 minutes or in 20 minutes or maybe even in 10. So all that German podcast is to me, so that people get to know me also within Germany and within the German speaking community, and they start, you know, seeing, okay, that guy is actually more on English. You know, German is just something that I do because in a way I feel like there is a part in me that wants to, you know, create a web to catch people and to get them out of this shit show. And, you know, one part of it is, of course, such platforms that use censorship to advertise certain ideas and push out other ideas. And of course, the reason why they do this, you know, it's like a fine line, right? How much can I say here without being banned? You know, I don't know. Right? It's like tough to me to decide, because I still like doing this kind of stuff, but I'm also a bit fed up with it. And so the question, of course, arises, you know, how much should you care about being nice and keeping the peace if all the people around you don't seem to put much effort into doing that, because they are more focused on fulfilling their own needs and making more money, and they don't really care about, you know, being nice. You know, it's just about exploitation. So how much should you care about anything? And in a way, I have to also say, you know, if I'm too worried that YouTube is going to ban me, which I don't think they will if they see, you know, that they can benefit from me, because I think what YouTube actually really wants to do, it wants to adjust to the needs of the users. I don't think YouTube wants to be the bitch of the industry. So I think what YouTube really wants is to be independent. And I actually believe that that's what YouTube wants, to allow creators to be creative and to share, because YouTube is a great platform. And as much as I maybe like Odyssey, I don't know. You know, it's all the people that have been cast out of YouTube that go there. You know, because they're fed up. They're fed up with this censorship. They fed up with being banned just, you know, because YouTube has a whim. So yeah, of course, I had to adjust to certain rules so that, you know, they wouldn't ban me. So, but I'm also not gonna accept banishment anymore, right? If they want to ban me, I'm gonna say something about it, you know, and I'm gonna speak about it. You know, I'm gonna talk about it. And when they do ban me, you know, I have something else to say, because I'm not going to allow that they push me into some kind of corner. You know, I'm not going to be overly angry about it. So in a way I can say, yeah, I do care. I do care to a certain degree, you know, how people see me, simply because that, you know, if people all keep running away from me, maybe there's a reason. You know, the reason isn't just that I'm an asshole. The reason is also that people are cowards. And that's something that I feel like is true. And yes, I seem to have a certain amount of courage, which means I'm not depending on other people's love. Not in the same way that others might. But at the same time, I also feel like, you know, I don't want to create another place that is just shit, right? I want to do something that's close to my heart, and what's close to my heart is a place of love. So if I want to create a world that is full of love, then what I have to do is be more loving, right? Which means I have to take care of my own needs first. And when I've taken care of my own needs, you know, I can give and I can take care of the needs of others. And, you know, the way I see this, like today, you know, when I started the first video of February, was basically, you know, I hated. Well, because there were certain things I had to do before my needs were fulfilled. And when I had done these things, you know, I could care about others by sharing some of the things that I wish to share. Because that is, in a way, my careful nature. You know, I'm caring That's the female energy, you know, to care and to nurture. I'm basically suckling you, you know, on my creative tits. You know, only instead of milk, I'm feeding you words. Words of wisdom and insight and love, and you're like, right, sucking it up through your ears. It's like, and every day you're waiting for another video. It's like, you know, in a way you could also be sucking my cock, but you know, I won't allow that. You know, that's just how it is. So, right, there won't be any physical contact ever between us, right? So just, you know, don't expect hugs from me or anything, you know. I'm just gonna be like, namaste, right? You know, you hug yourself if you want to be hugged, because that's what I had to do. I didn't run around looking for hugs. No, I just hugged myself. And after I did that, right, what did I do? I recorded stuff. I recorded video. And today I had some needs, the need to be heard. So I recorded myself on YouTube. The need to be angry, the need for sexuality. So I watched porn and masturbated, but I didn't ejaculate. I redirected the energy by clenching my pelvic floor muscles, which is the muscle between your anus and your testicles, right? And it's the same muscles you contract, you know, when you try to weight lift your testicles without touching them, right? You can like contract a certain muscle and then your testicles like whoop, whoop, go upwards. I'm not gonna show you that, but I believe, you know, I have heard once that it's the same kind of muscles that help in, you know, to stop peeing. So that's also the kind of muscles that women train if they want to like make their vagina a bit tighter, right? So they train these muscles, and you have also these love balls, right? It's like balls on a chain. If you've ever watched that movie, which is called American Pie, if you've ever watched that, you know, that mother thinks it's a massage chain for her neck, because that's what they tell her. I think it's American Pie 3. But what it actually is, you know, you put these balls into your vagina and then you try to grab them, I believe, right? You try to grab them. You try to hold them in, I think. You know, I don't have a vagina, I've never tried. But that's what I believe they are for. And it trains the muscle. And that also means that when you have, as a woman, you sleep with a man, you can like make yourself even tighter. And that's like really nice. I mean, that's what people like when it's like deep throat, like, right? And it's like the penis, the tip of the penis, if your penis is long enough. I don't think mine is, but it doesn't really matter. It's long enough for what I want to do with it. So if it reaches the back of the throat, there's like really strong muscles and they clench. That's why some guys, you know, think deep throat is really nice. I've never experienced it. I don't think I have to, because if that's, you know, a vagina can already do that, and then it just doesn't just give me pleasure, then it gives both of us pleasure. I mean, that's even better, isn't it? Anyway, so the point is, the way I see it, you know, it's better if it's nice for everyone, right? So, you know, caring and not caring. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't care. And then, you know, what of it? You know, it's an exchange, isn't it? You know, I hate the world, I love the world. It's just a perspective. You know, I hate it and I love it. It's also alright, right? Because there are some things that I hate more, but I can even love that I hate them. Right? And people that say they don't care, actually they probably care the most. They care so much that they try to stop caring. And that doesn't, you know, you can try to push caring away from you, but that's not really the solution, because you still care. right? You just make yourself believe you don't, or others, which is running away from your careful nature, your caring nature. And it's that careful nature also that children have, right? Sometimes children, they're like, "Wah!" Like they run to a dog and they just like, "Wah!" Like slap it, and then the dog bites them. But you really have to train children to be careful, to say no, you have to be gentler, you know, like when you have a child and then another child is born, you know, and that's like, of course, younger than, you know, often you have to say to the firstborn child, you know, you have to be careful. So, you know, maybe you can think about this a bit, you know, what does it mean to be careful? And is it mean to be careful? And what is the meaning at all? Right? And with that said, I've said it. And because I've said it, I have said what I said and what I came to say, and I said it. And you know, you will see if I'm still gonna say it in a couple of days, or if I'm gonna be gone. But yeah, you can just support me by watching my videos or something and saying no to censorship, stuff like that, you know. Yeah. All right, I think that's it. I've said it. You've heard it. We say, we care, we don't care. It's both the same thing, right? It's duality.